Nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not the world. If your life is in ruins, good. That means you're face to face with the truth. This is your war and no one's fighting it for you. Men break, but real men rebuild. If you've hit rock bottom, don't stay there. Pick up the rubble, forge a fortress, rise from the ashes and become the man life tried to destroy. You've failed. So what? The graveyard is filled with men who gave up, but warriors, they rise again and again. Because pain isn't your enemy, comfort is. Every second you spend waiting for a miracle is a second you're handing your power away. The longer you sit still, the deeper your roots grow into mediocrity. You weren't born for average. You weren't designed to rot in regret. You were built to fight, to rise, to conquer. You see, failure isn't your identity, it's your forge. It's the fire that burns away the lies, the weakness, the excuses. And if you dare step into it, it will shape you into steel, into a man of discipline, a man of vision, a man who doesn't wait for opportunities, he makes them. Right now you might be surrounded by silence, no applause, no support, just the cold echo of your own thoughts. Good. That's where warriors are born, in the dark, in the quiet, in the grind no one sees. This isn't just motivation. This is a wake-up call, a challenge, a declaration. If you've fallen, you're not finished. You're forged. The road back isn't easy, but it's honorable. Every step forward, every drop of sweat, every early morning and late night, it all counts. So here's the truth, no one is coming. No one is handing you redemption. But if you want it, if you're willing to bleed for it, it's yours. Failure doesn't knock on your door politely. It crashes through it. One day you're standing tall, full of plans and pride. The next, you're staring at the ruins of everything you thought you'd built. Maybe it was a business that crumbled, a marriage that collapsed, a reputation that fell apart faster than you could defend it. And in that moment when the dust settles and silence surrounds you, feel exposed, weak, alone. That's the harsh truth most men don't want to admit. Life will break you, not just once, but again and again. It doesn't care how good your intentions were. It doesn't care how hard you tried. It only responds to results, and when the results fall short, the world moves on without you. You sit there ashamed of what you've become. You replay the decisions that led you here. You watch others move forward while you sink deeper. Isolation creeps in. Self-doubt becomes your closest companion. It's easy to believe that you failed for good, that your story ends here. But let me tell you something. This isn't your ending, it's your origin story. You see, greatness isn't born in comfort, it is forged in catastrophe. Every man who ever became a legend first became a ghost, disregarded, dismissed, and doubted. What separated them wasn't luck. It was their refusal to stay down, their refusal to accept the version of themselves lying in the dirt. Rock bottom isn't a prison, it's a platform. From down there, you can't fall any further. And that's the advantage. That's where clarity begins. That's where the decision is made. Stay broken or begin the rebuild. This is where you redefine what kind of man you are. Not the man who avoids failure, but the man who transforms because of it. This is the moment you strip away the illusions, the ego, the blame, the denial, and stare your truth in the face. The world doesn't need another man pretending he's okay. It needs warriors who've bled, who've lost, and who've stood back up anyway. Because those men, they're dangerous. They've met defeat and walked through it. So if you're broken good, that means you're ready to be built. Tomorrow is the most seductive lie ever told. It whispers comfort. It promises another chance. It tells you that waiting is safe, that delay is smart. But here's the truth. Tomorrow doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. A convenient excuse we use to avoid the hard truth of action. You've said it before. I'll start next week. I just need a bit more time. When things settle down, I'll begin. But they never do. Days pass, weeks fade, and before you know it, years have slipped through your fingers. Tomorrow is where dreams go to die. It's a graveyard filled with men who had good intentions but no execution. Men who waited for clarity, for courage, for conditions to be perfect, and none of it ever came. The clock doesn't care about your excuses, it keeps moving. Every second you hesitate, someone else is making progress. Boom. While you wait for motivation, they're building momentum. While you plan the perfect time, they're already in the fight. Perfection is a trap. Waiting to feel ready is a myth. The truth is, you'll never feel fully prepared. You'll always have doubts, fears, and reasons to stall. But warriors don't wait, they move. Even if it's messy. Even if it's painful, because action beats hesitation every time. Discipline starts today, not someday. Change begins now, not when things feel right. Your life is not a rehearsal. You don't get a second run. This moment is the only moment you truly own. So stop chasing the ghost of tomorrow. Stop believing in the myth of perfect timing. The battlefield is here. The war is now, and the only way forward is through. Motivation is a spark. It's loud, flashy, and gone before you know it. One day you feel on top of the world. The next, you can't even get out of bed. That's the problem. Motivation is emotion, and emotion is unstable. That's why warriors don't rely on it. They rely on discipline. Discipline is quiet. It doesn't make a scene. It doesn't wait to be inspired. It shows up every single day. Whether it's raining, whether it's boring, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline is the difference between a man who dreams and a man who executes. You think motivation is what gets things done. It's not. What gets things done is waking up early when you'd rather sleep. It's going to the gym when your body aches. It's saying no to distractions when no one's watching. That's not motivation, that's self-respect. Every warrior has a routine, a structure, a code. They don't wait for the stars to align. They don't depend on moods. They build habits that carry them through the worst days, because the truth is, your bad days will come. And if your success depends on feeling good, you've already lost. Discipline is your weapon. It cuts through laziness, excuses, and fear. It doesn't need to feel good. It just needs to be done. And every time you choose discipline, you take one step closer to becoming unbreakable. So stop chasing feelings. Start building discipline. Your goals don't care how you feel. They care what you do. And the man who trains himself to act regardless of emotion is the man who will win. Discipline over everything. That's how warriors are made. The grind is not punishment. It's purification. Every repetition, every sacrifice, every early morning and lonely night, they're not obstacles. They're the forge. The place where average is burned away and greatness is molded. Steel isn't made in calm water, it's forged in fire. So are you. The grind doesn't care how tired you are. It doesn't care if it's convenient. It tests you, it shapes you, and it reveals what's real inside you. You want to be strong, you want to be unshakable, then embrace the grind. Embrace the pain that no one else sees, the hours where no one is cheering, the moments where quitting would be easier. That is the training ground of warriors. The grind strips you bare. It leaves only what is essential. There's no space for ego, no room for excuses. You either show up or you don't. And if you do day after day, something begins to change. Not just your body, not just your skills, but your identity. You become the man who gets it done. The man who is reliable, focused, relentless. And that identity doesn't come from a single victory. It comes from repetition. It comes from routine. It comes from choosing the hard thing over and over again. Nobody sees the grind, but everyone sees the results. And the truth is, results are earned in silence, in sweat, in struggle, not in applause, not in comfort. So when the grind feels heavy, remember this: you're not just working, you're transforming. Every drop of sweat is a vote for the man you're becoming. Every hard choice is another layer of armor. Keep grinding. The fire is not your enemy, it's your evolution. The most dangerous enemy you will ever face is not outside, it's inside. It's the version of you that makes excuses, that settles for less, that looks in the mirror and avoids eye contact. The real war is not against the world, it's you versus you. One side of you wants to grow, wants to fight, wants to become something more. The other side wants comfort, wants to stay safe, wants to disappear when things get hard. This is the daily battle, and only one side can win. Every morning, the weaker version of you wakes up ready to take control. It tells you to hit snooze, to skip the workout, to give in. But the warrior in you knows better. He doesn't negotiate with excuses. He doesn't ask for permission. He acts. You have to confront that inner coward. You have to stare down the voice that says you're not ready, not strong enough, not worthy. And you have to answer with action, with grit, with the quiet fury of a man who refuses to quit. You've betrayed yourself before. You've made promises and broken them. That ends now. Warriors honor their word even when no one else is watching, especially when no one is watching. You want to change your life, then you have to defeat the enemy within, not once, not twice, every single day. The mirror doesn't lie. It reflects your discipline, your habits, your effort. So ask yourself this: who will win today? The version of you who hides or the one who stands up and fights? Make that decision every day. And over time, the warrior becomes who you are. Not a mask you wear, but the truth you live. You've been broken, humiliated, dismissed. You've walked through darkness where no one held your hand. You've carried the weight of shame, regret, and self-doubt alone. But here's the truth. If you're still breathing, you're still in the fight. And the fight is not over. You don't need saving. You don't need permission. What you need is a decision. A hard, irreversible decision that you will no longer be defined by your failure, but by your comeback. That you will no longer wait for the world to see your worth. You will show it through action, through discipline, through relentless effort. No one is keeping you from greatness but yourself. Not your past, not your mistakes, not your circumstances. The only thing that separates the weak from the unstoppable is choice. The choice to stand up one more time. The choice to do the work when no one is watching. The choice to suffer now so you can conquer later. You see, the grind doesn't just build muscles. It builds identity. It shapes character. It teaches you what no classroom, no book, no mentor ever could. It shows you who you really are. It burns away the lies, the illusions, the weakness, until all that's left is a man who cannot be shaken. Let them doubt you. Let them talk. Let them laugh while you train, while you study, while you build. One day, they'll fall silent. Not because you shouted louder, but because your results will speak for themselves, loudly, clearly, unapologetically. You are not what happened to you. You are what you decide to become. And no failure, no setback, no betrayal can stop a man who refuses to stay down. Every sacrifice you've made, every early morning, every sleepless night, every moment of pain, it's all fuel, it's all momentum, it's all part of the transformation. And when you emerge from the fire, they won't recognize you because you're not rebuilding the old you. You're creating a new one, stronger, wiser, unbreakable. So here it is, the final truth. No more excuses, no more delay, no more maybe tomorrow. This is your time. This is your path. This is your battle. And you were forged for this.